I'm Jamie, aka Scumboy.
I'm Andrew Walsh, aka Bat Phantom.
I'm Kevin, aka Neon Nazgul from the Operation Pug podcast.
A proud member of the Gonna Geek Network.
Just like the show you're listening to now.
The opinions expressed are those of each individual host.
Check out all the podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
And get ready because geekiness begins in 3,
2,
1.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 278 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast, recorded live on Sunday, September 17th, 2017. If you missed the pre-show, you missed the chat room getting flooded with meat and Willie threatening to expose himself.
I don't think it was threatening, was I?
Oh, it's a threat.
You sort of threatened to do so.
You
No, I
also
promise
threatened
to
people with the emoji movie. You sick,
God.
twisted bastard.
You're the ones throwing around emojis left and right.
Just
It's not an emoji, it's Super Meat Boy.
Which is an
that was-
emoji.
It's a
I
chat
thought it was just
emoji,
the-
so yeah.
I thought it was just the naked dude from Inside Out, the anger guy with just out his suit on.
No, it's Super Meat
It's
Boy.
Super
You
Meat Boy.
didn't think that. Don't lie.
For those that
It
are
looks
watching
like
live,
anger.
you can see in our chat room on the video embed just exactly what emoji we were talking about. I will now stop flooding the chat room with meat emojis. Or are they meat
Fine.
emojis?
Meat.
I'll let the chat room flood the chat room with meat emojis.
They won't do it. They ain't real.
Sometimes they are.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Now the chat room's not real?
No, I don't mean like real as in
Really, that's
like
fake news.
imaginary or real. I mean real as in like
Willie
they
is
got
fake news.
You know exactly what I meant. Shut the fuck up.
Wow, why is everyone so mean today?
I was gonna say Willie's so
Willie's a
mean.
dick.
It's a
You
beautiful
guys
Sunday.
attacked me. I was so happy and carefree earlier, and you guys all brought me down to your level.
Well, that's
What
what
are
happens
you
when you've
talking
been here
about?
for,
Nobody.
for years now. You have to be one of us. One
you're not
of
letting me
us.
Yeah, 2 years now, buddy. You're stuck here.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, you can't get
Okay.
out.
It was like 2 years, a couple of days ago. 2
Trust
days
me,
ago.
Naki and I have been trying for years and it hasn't stuck.
Yeah. Still here.
So yeah, it's my 2-year anniversary.
You did it. Chris and I had our 5-year back in April.
Internet high five.
Oh wait, I don't have a camera. Dang it.
Internet high five. I don't know why. I
Oh,
just did
cool. My computer just went black and there is now a screen that says can't download updates. Cool. I don't
Oh.
care.
that. Damn you, Windows.
Go away.
That doesn't sound
Sorry.
good.
So while Naki's breaking your computer, let's check in and see, hey, what's going on this week, guys? Anything fun?
Everything's on fire.
I
Literally,
sold
that's what
my-
it feels like. It's so hot.
I sold my PlayStation 4 for $150.
Why did you sell your PlayStation 4? You love that thing.
I know I did. I need the money.
Oh, I'm sorry, Willie.
It's
now,
okay.
Now you're PS4-less, and that means you can come and join us on the Xbox side of the house here in a little bit.
We'll see.
Or PC.
Be part of the PC
PC
Master Race.
PC gaming.
That sounds kind of Naziist, so I'm going to stay away from that master race.
I don't say master race. I just say PC. PC gaming.
I just go with the
A lot of
internet
people-
trope.
A lot of people do say PC master race.
Well, it's been an internet trope for years, man. Like
I
15,
know.
20 years.
That's why I was never a part of it.
Mm.
Okay, now here's a conversation for you.
Uh-oh.
What community do you think is more toxic? Console or PC players? Like when you're like playing games and talking to them, like which ones are more dickish when you're like when they talk to you?
Consoles.
Oh, console for sure.
Well, I don't talk to
Console.
people when I play PC games, so by default, it's going to have to be console.
Well, see, and I do. I played MMOs, World of Warcraft, Rift, like all sorts of them where we were online all the time doing dungeon raids. And if you compare that to the teenagers that are in fucking Battlefield and Halo and fucking Gears of War, like, oh my god, console is so much worse.
Yeah, Michelle has a point in the chat room. She says lots of 13-year-olds, and I'm like, the problem that I've just learned at this point that I just never go on voice chat anymore unless it's with a group of people I already know. Just because
me.
See, nobody's ever on voice chat on the games I play anymore. Like, I play a lot of Titanfall 2, the Frontier Defense mode, and maybe every few games you'll find someone else that has voice chat on. So I never really plug my headset in anymore, to be honest.
Well, you see, I was playing Overwatch earlier this week, and I was playing with a friend. We decided to do it competitive. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm the party. Let me see. Like, I looked up our combined competitive points, what they are at. And I was like, holy shit, we are down low. What are you at? She was on down there into the bronze level, which is kind of down there. Yeah. And sure enough, we got kids playing with us, and they were very rude.
And to be fair, I also play a lot of Splatoon 2 on the Switch, and it's just so inconvenient to use voice chat that nobody uses it there either.
That's fair.
That'd be funny to be the one guy.
Well,
they
actually
also it's not that good a quality either.
Yeah, they actually updated the Nintendo Switch app so that now you can let the lock screen turn on if you're using it for chat and still have it work. Who'da thunk, right? You don't have to leave your screen on the entire time.
You had to leave your screen on?
Yeah. If the phone locked or you navigated to something else on your phone, it suspended the app and your voice chat stopped working.
Wow. So they didn't design it to run in the background. That's smart.
It's Nintendo. They don't understand online.
I mean,
that's true.
Do you really need it though for Splatoon? Can't you? Are you doing okay without it?
It depends on the game you're playing. It would be a lot easier if you could actually throw tactics out there with your teammates, and a lot of people are just using Skype or Discord and things like that now to do their chatting, because it's just as easy to pull your tablet out and plug your headphones into that and talk through that versus try and use the weird Nintendo app.
Okay, that's fair.
Clarence VG Rex, the Switch is a dumpster fire of a system. No, it's a dumpster fire of an online setup. The system itself is pretty solid. I love my Switch.
Still nowhere near as powerful as this.
It doesn't have to be powerful to be fun. That's been the Nintendo conceit for how long now? Since the GameCube?
There it is. I was waiting for him to say, but I want it. There it is. He still wants it. I know he does.
There's only one game I would want the Switch for. And you already know.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah. That'd be it. But I already have Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a better version of
Mario Odyssey looks like it's going to be good too. And it was very interesting the fact that we don't care about sports games here for the most part, and that's fine. But NBA 2K18 is actually coming to the Switch. I think it did come to the Switch. I can't recall. But the save game is like 5 gigs in size, which is ridiculous. And then you go and look, the entire Mario Odyssey game is 5 gigs. So I'm sitting there like, man, there's some work to go here for optimizing for third-party games.
Oh, did you see that Mario's nipples were confirmed?
Oh,
I'm sorry. What was that
picture?
That he has nipples, or that they're stars?
That they have nipples. That he has nipples.
Wait, are they stars?
No, they're nipples.
I just thought it would be better if they were bright, shiny, flashing stars.
No, they're
I've seen a lot of different nipple shapes. Some hearts, some stars,
horseshoes, blue moons,
clovers.
Blue moons.
I mean, you've never seen where people have tattoos around their nipples that like mimic the
Willie
color?
doesn't get the joke.
I do get the joke. They're after my licky charms. I said licky charms, Max.
We're talking nipples. He says licky charms.
That was an accidental joke.
So everyone, today you have learned that Willie is into nipple play. Consider yourselves educated.
Well, I mean, everyone knows I'm a boob guy. Everybody, all my friends know.
Everybody's a boob person. All boobs are great.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that say no asses. Like, fuck.
I mean, butts are great too.
Butts are great. There's nothing wrong with body parts.
Basically, women are great. Just guys are
men.
gross.
Oh man, no, there is some good man butt out there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we can't all be Nightwing.
I'm sorry, what?
Also, yes.
I'm sorry, this is a fictional person here.
Yeah, and he's like the number one on
fictional
the.
person.
Yeah.
Okay,
the
I got
best
very
butt.
confused for a second because when you said Nightwing, I did not go Dick Grayson. It went to John D from Legends, and I went, "Why are you guys talking about
Well,
John's
you have
ass?"
a mental issue because he's not even Nightwing; he's Wing, and the real Nightwing is the one that all female fandom has a Jones for.
Wait, I got you.
So, somebody text Wing, let him know that Anthony's talking about his butt.
No, I was talking about Nightwing's butt, and Chris was thinking about D's butt.
No,
I got
was
you
trying
right
to
here. I
figure
got
out
you.
why you were talking about John D's butt.
I got you right here. I bet that French ass farts and no H's.
But there's no H in fart.
Yeah, there's no H.
And there's the fart joke of the day.
And thank you for tuning in for the weekly fart joke on the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast.
There wasn't one last week.
Willie, you're fired.
There might have been one. Who knows? Sometimes they all
always a
just blur
fart
together.
joke.
I'm fired for
There's always
what?
being Willie.
Wait, what?
Then why wasn't I fired
don't know.
the first day I was here?
I tried.
Anthony was like, I want to be the reigning guest host for life.
What's Waggle Crotch saying down there?
Something about a podcast orgy.
Yeah, we were talking about other people from other shows, is my assumption. So
No thanks.
I don't think we're going to have an actual orgy. I'm sorry.
That would
I mean,
be kind of.
I mean, it's what I gotta do. I guess it's
I mean,
what I gotta do.
isn't it still pretty heavy on the sausage side though for you guys?
Yeah, the Gonna Geek sausage party would not be a fun orgy.
Close your eyes. A mouth and a hole's a hole in the mouth.
Oh, God.
Nope. That's not how that works at all.
That
But
was
now we know a
appropriate.
little more. We know a little more than we need to know about Willie. Ugh.
So how about that
At
news
least
of the
Naki
week,
laughed.
Chris?
Naki laughed.
Suncast is like, that's not what happened last year when we all got together at WGN.
That's a secret, Suncast. You're not supposed to tell people about that.
What happens at WGN stays at WGN.
Exactly.
Apparently not if Suncast is bringing it up in the chat room.
Well, Suncast is a dick.
Someone's telling stories out of school.
Whoa!
It's a continuation of the joke. Keep on going loud.
We're just going to hit the button now because we can't control this.
You hit lots of buttons.
Live from the ATGN studios on the internet, it's the news of the week.
I do hit lots of buttons, just like Willie said. That's kind of my job here when I'm trying to run the show.
Low life otaku got the goal. It's just the saying of the show right there.
Ugh.
Is that the show title?
Every hole's a goal.
Yeah. That's not actually the show title right there.
Please don't make that the show title.
No, it's not. I think right now it's Talk About a Meat Party.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Michelle.
So I completely flubbed the intro for this, but this is the news of the week. It's that part of the show where we run down what we think is the most interesting, cool, nerdy, geeky news of the last week and try and educate you guys on what that is. And I don't want to go first, so someone else feel free to go.
I can go.
Sweet.
So it's official. Patty Jenkins will be directing Wonder Woman 2, and she's signing the historic deal to become the highest paid female director in Hollywood. Definitely.
Who was the female highest paid director before her?
I think. Hang on, let me see if it says it in here before I.
Wait, highest paid director or female director?
Female director.
Female director.
Female director.
I think prior to her was. I'm not sure. It's not in the. I thought it would say in here, but it does not
You'd
in
think
this
they would say
article.
the previous one, if they're gonna say she's the new one.
Probably
But in
Catherine
any case-
Bigelow, they're saying in the chat room.
So yeah, it's probably
that's my
Catherine Bigelow
guess.
for the bomb disposal movie, Hurt Locker. That would be my
Yeah.
my guess.
Yeah, that would be my guess as well.
Or what's her name? The Marshall. What's her?
But anyway, so Wonder Woman 2 signed on. We all knew that was going to happen after Wonder Woman became the third highest DCU movie, next to The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. Oh, I think it's I guess it's the biggest Warner Brother third highest grossing Warner Brothers.
So, looking at what the Hollywood Reporter has said, Nancy Meyers earned in the $5 million range, according to sources previously.
Wait,
Patty
Nancy
Jenkins
Meyers.
is somewhere in the $7 to $9 million range for directing Wonder Woman 2.
And Zack Snyder's still at the highest with 10 million.
Jesus, for one director? Nice. He
Um,
deserves it.
Cricket.
I thought there was a joke coming
Crickets.
somewhere.
That was the joke, right?
Oh.
You're welcome.
But in any case, I'm happy that Patty Jenkins is coming back for round 2 of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was pretty good. Not the perfect movie. There are people who are like, it's the perfect movie. It is not, but it was really good.
Saying it's a perfect
with that.
movie fits the narrative that some people want to push, that's all.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
someone comparing, like, saying what was a better film, Logan or Wonder Woman. It's like it's not an even comparison because Wonder Woman was fighting against a backlash of bad films from DC, and Logan was topping off a 9-movie run as one character.
Yeah,
like those aren't comparable.
It's a farewell to Hugh Jackman, and arguably what will be his most iconic role that everyone's going to remember him for is being Wolverine. And I still stand by the fact, and I don't know how to express this properly, so please realize I'm not trying to be malicious. I stand by the fact that I think Wonder Woman was good by accident. By that, I mean I don't think DC expected it to be as good as it was, and were minimally involved. And my concern is their involvement. They'll try and push something stupid for the second one and ruin it. Because look at their track record.
I'd say it exactly wasn't an accident because Patty Jenkins fought them on the stupid shit that the DC executives wanted to do, like taking out the No Man's Land sequence, which made the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Kind of gives you an idea why some of the other movies don't do as well as they should if that's the kind of stuff they're wanting to cut out of there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I still haven't seen Wonder Woman.
Really? It's out on Blu-ray this week. You could get rent it at the Red Box.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's only like $1.50 there.
Yeah, and they've been showing a bunch of the blooper reels on like Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins' Twitter accounts, and yeah, some of the scenes of them screwing up are just hilarious.
So Sailor Bold also said test screenings played a part in it because he knew a guy who saw the rough cut and they listened to the feedback of the audience. There's something to be said for that too. So hopefully that's lessons learned they're taking for Justice League and things like that, because supposedly they're doing some fairly extensive reshoots on Justice League to try and make it work better. So we'll see what happens. I don't want it to suck. It's just a fun joke to keep talking about the fact that they all suck except Wonder Woman.
I mean, it's we have to joke about it because otherwise we would just be sad in the thought that these are
laugh when
our
you cry.
exactly, these are superheroes that we all grew up with, and you know, we want this to be good. We want DC to succeed. But look what you give us. It's kind of hard.
I wanted Batman vs Superman to make $3 billion. It should have made $3 billion. It sadly did not.
And
I
that's
still haven't
'cause
seen
was
it.
poopy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's putting it charitably. But things that aren't poopy, we'll go on to my news here, is, hey, did you guys like the John Wick movies?
I
They
love
were
the
not
John
poopy.
Wick movies.
Willie, did you not like them? I couldn't tell.
I was
from-
kidding, of course.
Well, you're welcome to not like them if you don't. But the interesting thing is John Wick 1 kind of defied expectations. It was really fun. John Wick 2 then came out. And while I don't think it was as good as John Wick 1, made some pretty decent bank. Well, Lionsgate has announced. We all knew John Wick Chapter 3 would be happening. The rumor was that would be happening in 2020. No, Lionsgate announced it is now scheduled for May 17, 2019 for John Wick Chapter 3. We don't know anything else about it aside from the fact that Keanu Reeves and screenwriter Derek Kolstad are returning. It is the first film they have scheduled in that 2019 date right now. And here's where it gets interesting. It comes 2 weeks after the fourth Avengers film. So you're coming up 2 weeks after an Avengers flick comes out, which is kind of tough. A week before Walt Disney's live-action Aladdin, and also the Warner Brothers Minecraft movie. So this slot they've chosen for scheduling, it's ambitious to say the least. Now, what John Wick has going for it that these movies don't is it's a hard R-rated movie that you're not going to take your kids to. All the adults are going to want to go and see it regardless.
Yeah.
So who knows? I don't know. Maybe they're expecting they're like, I'm going to drop my kids off to see Minecraft. I'm going to watch John Wick 2 and meet them when they're done. I don't know. It seems very ambitious.
I mean, John Wick, that if you haven't seen him, I highly recommend it. they're just, not only are they fun, they're just like, there's like a weird like mob puzzle that goes on with it, and I just enjoy it so much. And I like the fact that he actually reloads his gun. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, like a motherfucker, he reloads.
What actually started these movies? It's a bunch of stunt directors and stunt actors are like, let's do a movie where the action's relatively accurate and things like that. So it's a movie built by stuntmen.
Yeah, and it's there's all of 20 words in every movie.
Yeah, and Keanu Reeves like lived the training. If you've seen the behind the scenes of Keanu Reeves doing the training for some of the gun scenes and some of the martial arts scenes, Keanu does a ton of his stunts. I can't guarantee it's all of them, but it seems like he does most of them on this movie, and it's damn impressive. And this isn't like your typical action movie where a guy gets shot and shakes it off. Like if John Wick gets shot or if he gets cut or he hurts his hand, it's that way for the rest of the movie. He's constantly dealing with having the crap kicked out of him and still having to fight. They're really fun.
And I know for a fact he doesn't do all of his stunts because I knew about this movie starting about 2 months ago because I follow his stuntman on Instagram who posted a photo saying it was time to start growing his hair back. Because he usually lops his hair off whenever he's not John Wick.
Nice.
And so he grows it out for the movies. Because, he's one of the few guys I've ever seen. Like, he's height and weight like Keanu, but he also has that same beard shape, that kind of slightly angular where it doesn't like grow up the face. He has almost the same beard shape. It's so strange. They look a lot like each other.
I can't wait for this, guys. I really can't. These movies are a ton of fun and a tough positioning in the calendar. I wouldn't be shocked to see the date change between now and then because coming up between Avengers, Aladdin, and Minecraft, there's some tough competition. Regardless of the fact it's an R movie that you're not going to take kids to anyways, it's still tough. But I want it.
Well, I don't know if Aladdin's going to do any better in the theaters than Prince of Persia did. So
yeah, but
I mean,
remember this
is they're no longer whitewashing it, kind of.
Yeah, which will make white America not watch it.
No, that's Disney though. Let's look back at everything. All of these Disney live action movies now are making bank. The live action versions, the animated movies. This movie's going to make bank as well.
Well, they're not for us. So yeah, that I didn't rush out to see Beauty and the Beast.
I didn't see any of them. Like I know my mom saw both the Cinderella and the Beauty and the Beast. I think she saw Maleficent too. I haven't seen any of them, but she liked them all.
Wait. There was a live action Cinderella movie?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. And because the only reason why I know about it or remember it is because Hot Topic and Torrid did a line that was gorgeous of just like these like summer dresses and stuff like that, and I really, really wanted it, but they sold out instantaneously, and I never got it.
Wasn't it the same summer as the first Snow White and the Huntsman? Because I thought Disney put that out at about the same time.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Evidently, Rob Stark was in the Cinderella movie, is what Michelle is telling us in the chat room.
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
Rob Stark is, dead.
Doesn't matter, he's dead.
Yeah, Michelle said they added a white prince. The only thing that I could see that they do with that, though, that I would be okay with is that there's the princes that are courting Jasmine prior to Aladdin becoming Ali. And so he could be one of the princes that gets kicked out for being a shit. I mean, that's totally viable in its sense, but I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
Wait, what? ScarJo was Cinderella? Okay, there's a Cinderella I have to go watch.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that's the case, I'm going to go watch it.
I know there was like, I thought it was a no name.
I don't know.
I thought she was the same girl who was Alice from the Alice in Wonderland movies.
I'm going to go to the IMDb right now, and we're going to it's Lily James according to IMDb. So she was in Baby Driver. She was the waitress girlfriend.
I still need to see that too. When's that come out?
This week, I think, or next week. Baby Driver's really soon on Blu-ray.
Yeah, we were talking about renting it as soon as it came out.
Just use Google Play credit. You all have Android phones, right? Just use the Google Survey app, and you'll get like tons of Google Play credit.
I have a lot of those saved up.
Yeah, and then you just download Google Play Movies with that.
Good to know.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch it on my phone.
Well, you could watch it on devices and stuff too, or put it on your laptop on your TV.
Yeah.
Okay, Scarlett Johansson was Cinderella in a like promotional thing with Disney in 2007.
Oh.
to kick off the Disney Parks Year of a Million Dreams celebration.
It's actually
portraying
had a pretty
Princess
decent
Cinderella.
cast, though, when you go and look at it. Haley Atwell was in it. Kate Blanchett was the stepmother. Lily James is Cinderella. Helena Bonham Carter is the fairy godmother. Stellan
Oh, nice.
Skarsgård. Interesting.
Man, them Skarsgårds, man, they're just the Swedish Rick and Arquettes. Like, there's just 12 of them. They're everywhere.
I thought you said Rick and Arquettes for a second. I'm like, what? Those are Rick and Morty? What? Which,
Yes.
if you're not watching this season, make sure you watch Rick and Morty, folks. Just trust me.
There's probably an Arquette, Rick. We don't know yet.
Yeah,
There is a new episode tonight.
last week's was the best. The best.
Yeah, the Atlantis.
Yes.
Yes!
If you love Rick and Morty, they go to Atlantis last week, and you'll love what happens there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, guys.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
They go to Atlantis.
They went to Atlantis.
Yes, they go to Atlantis.
They're all about that mermaid poon. Remember?
Yes, I remember. Hey, remember, a mouse, and a hole is a hole.
Oh god damn.
And the hole is the goal.
No.
Oh,
Man.
Anthony, save us. What's your news?
I should talk about dead people, but instead I'll talk about the fact that it's been reported pretty much everywhere, but we all waited to see it on StarWars.com to make sure it was true. JJ is back, motherfuckers. Star Wars Episode 9 will be just as good as Episode 7, and I am happy as shit. And I don't care about all the people that didn't like Force Awakens. Screw you. It was the perfect mix of nostalgia and moving the story forward and introducing new characters, and I'm super excited to see what JJ does to a finale on a trilogy.
As
didn't
I've
like
gone
it?
and rewatched Force Awakens recently, I think it relies a little too much on nostalgia personally. Now, do I think that JJ will make that the case with Episode 9? No. But, I don't know. I kind of wish they'd gone a different route just to keep things mixed up. And yes, I know that's ironic because I was campaigning for Rian Johnson to come back to do Episode 9.
I'm hesitant just on the fact of how bad the Wrath of Khan remake was, which I still haven't gotten all the way through.
Don't waste your
But-
time with Benedict Otterface as Khan.
Yeah, it was. So that's the only thing that makes me hesitant about that, because he did so poorly with that. But I mean, Star Trek Beyond was great. So, I mean, maybe he should just be out for the second act of everything and then come back for the third. And he'd be fine.
Come back. Just do trilogies.
Yeah.
I do the start and the end, and someone else does the middle.
Yeah. Basically.
I was gonna say people's big complaints was that he tried to turn Star Trek into Star Wars. I'm fine with him making Star Wars more Star Wars. Like, I loved Force Awakens. I absolutely loved that, and he helped introduce some fantastic characters and plots. Like, it was good shit. He just can't have another Death Star.
Oh, apparently Abrams didn't do Beyond.
That's right.
My
It was
bad.
Justin Lin, and it is my favorite
okay.
of the new Star
There we
Trek
go.
movies. Star Trek Beyond is awesome. It's my
Yes.
favorite.
Oh,
of
yeah,
the new
that was
movies.
really good.
Yeah, that was Fast and Furious Star Trek with the motorcycles. That
Yeah.
one.
But it was fun. I don't-
It had Idris Elba. I can't not like anything with Idris Elba.
okay, that's
I
fair.
fucking love Idris Elba. He was amazing, and even though that role wasn't all it was cracked up to be, he made it good. Like, he played the hell out of that crazy alien.
So going back to the casting decision there, not casting, the director decision. We have a Gonna Geek chat on Google Hangouts when we were talking about this news, and I think it was Michelle that mentioned there. It seems like it's the safe pick, and I tend to agree with that. They just went with the safe pick here because, as we've watched a lot of these Star Wars movies lately, Josh Trank lost a Star Wars movie. The directors of the Han Solo spinoff movie got canned. Colin Trevorrow got canned. So the original talk of we're gonna bring in these other directors, let them put their flair and their own flavor on things, seems like it hasn't quite happened as much. And we do know that JJ can work well with Lucasfilm rather.
Well, and we know he can work with Kathleen Kennedy, which is the number one thing.
And we know Rian Johnson can also, which is part of the reason why I was campaigning for him. I know this is where I'm really weird, is I'm not super stoked about JJ, but I would have been super stoked about Rian Johnson, having not even seen Episode 8. But part of it is just listening to the interviews with Rian Johnson that cast members have done and that he's done, his excitement for doing it. It's just super infectious to me. And the outreach he's had with the fan community while doing it. Like, one of the greatest things I love that he did is when all the toys came out, he was asked on Twitter, do we need to worry about spoilers? He goes, no, we made a point of making sure there'd be no spoilers in any of the toy descriptions and things like that. And I don't know what it is, but that kind of interaction, that openness on things really makes me more want to have him more involved, I guess. Because remember, JJ, he did a perfectly fine movie, but he made a point of nothing comes off set. Everything's on lockdown. And like, you didn't even get basic comments on a lot of stuff. So I think they've been slightly more open with episode 8. I don't know. I kind of just want...
Yeah. I
want
think also
something new.
JJ was under a lot of pressure from Disney. If anything had leaked off of the set of episode 7, like I'm pretty sure his contract had a whole lot of shit that could get him fired or sued.
This is the same shit it's been on all of his flicks, though, and all of his projects. Look at what was with Star Trek 2. Oh, there's not going to be leaks here, and everyone's like, oh, it's Khan. No, it's not Khan, I swear. It's not Khan. He's John whatever the hell his name is. And everyone's like, no, it's Khan. We know it's Khan. It's okay. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I think he'll do a perfectly fine job, but I've said before on the show, I'm not a huge JJ Abrams fan, so it doesn't do anything to make me go, oh my god, this is amazing. It's more like, it's safe. Okay.
And for the main universe films, I'm fine with them staying safe. Go crazy with the side projects.
I mean, I was kind of excited when they had announced before that all 3 were going to be done by different directors. So, I mean, I'm not going to judge just because I did enjoy Force Awakens. You know, it's a good popcorn flick. It's a decent movie. You know, I don't have any problems with it. So it's just kind of like, we'll see what happens. I've given up at this point where being like, I'm going to hate it. I'm just kind of like, well, we'll see what happens. It's not going to be another Jar Jar, so sure, it's fine.
Yeah,
Can't introduce a Jar Jar in the 3rd act.
Well, you can
I
try.
think.
It's called Ewoks.
Try. True.
Oh no, they have porgs.
I was gonna say now it's porgs, which I
have concerns.
I had stopped in at Toys R Us yesterday because I was delivering and I really needed to pee, and there happened to be a Toys R Us there. So I went and I looked at the Star Wars section, and they had the talking porg that you could squeeze. It goes, and I was like, oh god, it's just an Ewok, but cuter.
Is that the one that dances?
How's it go?
also?
How does it go again? One more time, please. Okay, I'm good now.
Okay.
All I know is if the porgs are what one of the fan theories is, I think they'll be fantastic. If they are like force conductors, like that will be a really cool way of adding in the little cute factor animal, but making them actually serve a point. So if they go that direction, I'm excited because that'll be a cool little add-on.
I have to deal with porgs around my house right now, and I think they sound annoying, and I hate it whenever the porg noise goes off. Let me just leave it at that. I hate it.
So what we're saying is that everybody send Chris a porg.
Chris loves porgs.
The talking one.
No, I like the porgs just fine, like the look of them and things like that. The sound, it's like you stick a nail in my forehead and just drive it in every time I hear it. I don't like it. Maybe it'll grow on me.
Like a virus.
So I'm hopping back into the chat. Sorry, I had my screen away. Michelle says I'm a bit tired of butterscotch snickerdoodle, but butterscotch snickerdoodles themselves are pretty delicious. I know what you're meaning.
Fisher
actually
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I stopped watching Sherlock. Not combination of Benedict, whatever, and Moffat writing. So I get that. Then there's the Trek versus War thing going on, and you know what? Everybody's right.
Thank you. I'm right too.
Everybody's right.
Damn it, Naki! Don't tell Willie he's right.
And
it's
then
go to his head.
And Sailor Poland is saying Chris needs a trigger warning when the movie comes out.
So, I'm not really sure, and I mentioned this in chat room, whether we're allowed to use the term trigger warning without people getting irrationally angry at us on either side of the spectrum of things for either indulging it. So I'm just not even going to choose to.
So now if you say the word triggered, they're going to get triggered by you saying the word triggered?
They get triggered. People get triggered by everything, whether it makes sense or not.
I'm going to make my shirt that says, if you're offended, good, fuck you. Like, I'm going to start selling those shirts.
You keep saying that. Just make the damn shirt already.
I got to finish all these sketch covers first. Then I'm going to start designing my shirts.
I want a kitty.
Meow?
Yes.
Right meow?
Right meow.
Right meow.
Right meow.
Right meow.
Well, currently my actual cat is attacking my foot.
Well, he's doing what we instructed him to do then.
Attack!
But he's got claws. Luckily, I've got like super calloused feet, so it doesn't hurt that bad. Yes,
Watch out!
we need another.
You're gonna get the wrong kind of attention from those foot fetish people, and those are some weird people.
So fun fact: when I was in college,
No.
How did Naki make extra money in college?
Wait.
I
that's
didn't
where she was
actually
going.
Model. Jeez.
I didn't actually do it, but I did come across a fetish community looking for somebody to wear cowboy boots and stomp on fruits. They would make $500 a day, but
Shit, I'll do that for $500 a day.
I got nervous and I backed out because I was like, I know what this is. I know what's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen, Naki? What's gonna happen?
There's gonna be masturbation happening, and I don't want.
Is that really the worst thing for $500 and no sexual interaction with them?
Yeah, that's where I was like, damn it, me. Come on, that could have been $500 extra.
As long as you're not having to actually watch them do it, who cares?
Well, I mean, even if you do, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be willing to do it for $500 a day if I had to watch what they were doing to themselves.
Close your eyes or just keep your eyes on your feet stomping on fruit.
Yeah, if you close your eyes, how you gonna see the fruit?
Well, it's like I said, either do one or the other.
But yeah, that was a job I passed up when I was in college. Fun fact.
Wow.
There's all sorts of weird little jobs and gigs like that out there, though. And they're just strange.
I told you they're weird.
I think I would have been able to keep the cowboy boots too.
What kind of cowboy boots were they any good?
I have no idea.
Well, you get $500 and a new pair of cowboy boots.
You could have turned around and pawned off those cowboy boots for probably a couple $100 if they were good boots.
That's true.
Suncast says he could use $500. You still know where those people are?
I was actually looking. I was like, maybe I could do it now. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old now. But I mean, I could still use $500 and squish a fruit with the cowboy boots. I could get that shit.
Why don't they just build a
Don't
machine?
have age.
You could just build a machine that you put boots on and it stomps fruit, and then it's a one-time sunk cost.
It's not the same.
Well, how are they going to know if you're only just showing the boots stomping on fruit?
I'm betting they got to be able to see the leg.
It's you get all the leg there too.
Okay, I need all the details here. Well, then you just build fake legs on it. I don't know.
But I mean, like I have tattoos on my legs, so that would give me away, I guess.
Did you have it back then?
I did not. Well, I take that back. I did. My first tattoo was on my ankle, but that would have been covered by the boot.
Well, you can cover that stuff with makeup too, can't you?
True. Yeah, and then but the
fruit juice could cause it to wash away, I guess.
Yeah.
That fruit juice is what I really meant. Please don't twist that.
How high up is fruit juice gonna squirt up?
It depends on how hard you're stomping.
I mean,
Naki's got cybernetic parts. She can kick pretty hard.
If it's if it's a watermelon, that shit takes a while to jump on in the first place, right? So
have you seen what Gallagher does with a watermelon? Fruit flies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's also a big ass mallet.
Yeah, but that would be me jumping on it. I would assume I would have to jump to get it to actually smash.
Or you have to raise your foot up a lot and then just bring it down swiftly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just raise one foot up, stomp down.
So, Willie, you going to stomp things for us? Show us how it goes. We'll sell it on the internet for money. I'll make sure you get a 30% cut.
Hey, Chris, you want to start a channel? I'm just saying. It could just be us smashing fruit with our feet.
Hold on a second. If I'm going to be the one smashing and be the center, can I at least get a third, 33%?
Should we do like FruitSmashers.org? I wonder if that's available.
FruitSmash.Info.
FruitSmash.Info. There you go.
Let's do it. We can all use some extra income.
This is gonna be
right.
This is how we're gonna pay for our podcast.
I'll even do the hand one as long as my face isn't in it. I'll do the hand one where you like squish a banana in your hand.
I don't care. Put my face on it all you want. I don't care.
I'll smash a banana with my face.
I think the show title now is FruitSmash.Info.
It's gonna raise so many questions.
That's good.
That's what we want.
I'm actually gonna look and see if that domain's available.
We talked about it on the internet. Someone might have gobbled it up first.
FruitSmash.NZ. Isn't that New Zealand's?
FruitSmash.Info is currently loading. Hang on. I will tell you what it is.
Yes, let's find out what FruitSmash.Info is.
This is how you smash all the fruit in the proper way.
My computer's being very slow.
It's probably porn then.
Nope. Site can't be reached. Took too long to explore. Searching again.
FruitSmash.com is taken right now. FruitSmash.org is available. .guru, .social, .fish, .coffee, .glass.
Apparently it's a mobile
glass. Put the fruit on the glass.
Yeah.
We don't want .org. You can't make money off of .org.
Put the food on the glass and you sit your ass on the glass.
Oh, wow. So if you go to Google Domains, they have an alphabetical listing of all of the endings. So there's FruitSmash.academy, FruitSmash.accountants, FruitSmash.builders, FruitSmash.canada.ca, rather. FruitSmash.cheap. There we go.
.cheap. Yeah.
.cheap is not cheap.
.cheap.
FruitSmash.coach.
But what about
God damn
info?
it. Google domains work for me. So FruitSmash.info is $12 a year.
There you go.
That's it?
If you want us to buy this, transfer all your money to me.
There's no way this
Wait,
There's
all
backfired.
my money? Not just $12?
Or $12, whatever. But there's also FruitSmash.coffee, FruitSmash.fish,
Oh,
FruitSmash.wine.
there's all sorts, man. FruitSmash.soy.
What?
Yeah.
No, we don't want to mix in soy with the fruit.
FruitSmash.support.
Support us as we smash fruit. Give us money.
FruitSmash.tips.
There you go.
So
Just
we need to
this
start a
step.
Patreon just so we can buy FruitSmash.info.
FruitSmash.university.
Uh-oh. What did Suncast share?
It's Gallagher.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Gallagher.
I don't know, but
Oh, wow.
boyfriend just shared you should name it Lemon Party.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
Someone tells me we
Lemon
shouldn't
Party.
agree with anything he says.
Lemonparty.org. It is taken, I can guarantee you.
I don't
By
know.
So
what,
we can't
Willie?
do it
What is
.org
it?
if we want to make money.
Why don't you go to lemonparty.org and find out, Naki?
No,
Live on air.
I'm asking you. What is it? What is it?
Should I go the joke route or should I just really say what's there?
I've never actually been to
I
it.
have
'cause I'm
no
afraid.
idea, to be honest. So
I'm too
either.
afraid.
It's a bunch of geriatric old white men having some gay sex. Or not really gay sex.
Good for
One's
them.
laying down and
Good for
one's
them.
like, they're all nude and one's laying down, one's kind of on those legs, one's like kissing his nipple, I think. It's been a while since I've seen it.
good for them. Everyone needs
I think
some
it's like
sexy
3 or 4
times.
of them.
Far
I
be it
mean,
for
as
me to
long as
judge.
everybody's happy.
As long as it's consensual and everyone's having fun, who cares?
I mean, haven't you heard about the rampant STD thing in old folks' homes?
Yes.
Rampant.
I still don't see the downside. Let them have fun. They're dying anyways.
The one you want to avoid is Tub Girls, what Sailor Poland says. Yes, please never go to Tub Girl or Goatsy. You don't want to go to either of them.
What's that blue waffle?
Yeah, don't do that one either. Those are all bad. All right, we got one last news story. Willie, what you got for us, sir?
Meatspin.com.
All right.
That's Willie's news. Thanks for joining us. Bye, guys.
And that's it for this week.
No, my news this week is real news.
Fake
Battleborn
news.
is dead. After
Fake
this
news.
fall's update, they're
Fake
no
news.
longer going to update it. The servers are still going to run, so it's not dead, but there's going to be nothing new ever again for it after this fall's update. So suck it, Battleborn. You lost this battle.
Yeah, City of Heroes is
Born.
dead. When the servers are turned off, that's when a game is dead. They're just not getting updated anymore. Not the same thing.
Yeah, but that's the first step to dead.
Oh, it is. It is. I'm just saying it's not dead yet. You can still go and play it. When you can't go and play a game anymore, that's when it's dead.
I mean, you might as well go and play. You can go buy a used copy of the game for like $3 at Best Buy right now.
Is that true?
It was at one point in time. It was not available. You could only buy them in store because I was going to buy Battleborn when it was that price to give it a try. But the closest one to me was like 40 miles away. And I said, I don't care that much to drive 40 miles to buy a $3 game.
It's an inferior Overwatch, is what I can tell you.
Really?
I think it could have been great if it didn't come out at the same time as Overwatch.
Exactly.
It was just bad timing.
It's superior to Overwatch if you actually want to take the time to pick your matches and decide what you're doing, other than having a computer decide it for you.
Well, I think that's the fun of
Overwatch is
Overwatch.
for simple minds like Willie.
No, the Overwatch fun is the randomness, because then you can't always be doing the exact same map and mode, and it becomes boring.
Yeah, I like Overwatch.
Well,
like I
you have a
had
simple mind, then, just like Bachman said.
Can we call you Simple Willie then?
Why can't it be Simple Jack?
Okay, we'll call you Simple Jack then, even though your name's not Jack.
Go full retard, Willie.
Apparently, by you already have.
Because you played Battleborn. Oh, sorry.
Oh wait, I didn't play Battleborn.
I played Battleborn a couple times with you guys, and that was it.
Beta, that was it.
I never played it. I'll be honest.
Me and my buddies played the hell out of it because we all three bought it. Me and my two best friends from high school, we played the hell out of it. And
Are
I
you
actually
still playing
got
it?
no. I have my PS Plus turned off again. But actually, I went back on it when they launched because they've been occasionally launching new characters, and one of the new ones that they launched was called Ernest, who was kind of a version, kind of like Junkrat, except his special power was different. But it was a belt-fed grenade launcher type character. He was artillery, and yeah, it was this short fat bird in an all military outfit with this giant egg on his back, and the egg could be popped down to either give boosts or add defense. It was a fun little character. Like I literally hopped back on when that character came out, played him once to see if I'd like him, and ended up running him all the way up to max level 20, just because I really enjoyed playing with that character.
I just want to say that Titanfall 2 is not better than Overwatch.
Have you played it?
Long shot. Yeah, I own it.
I think it's glorious.
It's not superior though.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it more because, like I said, I like those team games, like the Frontier Defense, where you're not going and killing a bunch of other people. You're teaming up with the other players to defeat the AI as they come and try and overrun your point. That's my kind of game. I don't care about having to hunt down and shoot Willie 20 times in an arena.
I'm sorry, Chris. What's this? You don't think there will be a Titanfall 2?
I mean 3. Yeah, I misspoke. Sorry.
I know.
This is what happens when I try and type in the chat room while talking on the show. But yeah, I don't think there'll be a Titanfall 3 because I don't think it sold very well. And if you look at it, the price dropped super fast on Titanfall 2. But I think it's incredibly underrated. They've put out some awesome DLC that was included in the base purchase of the game. You didn't have to buy a season pass to get it all. It's really fun, guys. It's really fun.
I think that and Overwatch, like, they both did that correctly where you didn't have to pay extra for the DLC. I think Breath of the Wild's DLC is free too, isn't it?
No. No. You had to buy a season pass.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yep.
okay. But that was the smart thing is to not have to pay for DLC.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 did it right. Overwatch did it right. But let's be honest. Titanfall 2, you get to be a person running around shooting people, and then you get to call down a giant robot from the sky that you get to pilot around. It's awesome.
Boyfriend bought Titanfall 2 for
PS4.
No, for Extra Life stream last year, and I think he finished it on the stream.
He did the single player on there, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I think that's when I'll look at getting. I buy my Xbox to play Anthem, because then I'll be able to go get a $10 used copy of it by then, right?
I mean, hell, it's $20 new right now, so for sure.
Okay, yeah. So
you can buy
I'll
Titanfall 1 for like $5 right now, and there's still a good community.
Nice.
It's a fun game.
Because I thought it looked cool. It looked like a really good idea. It was one of those ones that's like I can't afford to pick it up when it comes out.
That's how most games are.
I just like this game. I wish it was a crossplay like a lot of other ones were. I mean, so if you play on Xbox, you're only playing against Xbox gamers, not PC and PS4. There's very few things out there like Rocket League now where it is truly crossplay, and Rocket League's a ton of fun.
And also a lot of PSVR games are like that too, at least the Ubisoft ones.
Yeah, Rocket League was the first game that boyfriend number saw me rage quit, and I haven't picked it up since.
I love Rocket League. I've got it on PC. I've got it on my Xbox. I'll probably buy it on my Switch because I like to play it whenever I can. Why am I being
Taylor
judged?
Cullen says that he was
yeah,
disappointed that the Optimus Prime DLC was just an April Fool's prank.
I remember that.
Was it on Titanfall? Did they do a prank that they were going to do Optimus Prime as one of the bots?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's so mean.
That was so good though.
That's how I'll add it to the list. I'm saving up my $60 so I can buy Spider-Man when it comes out for PS4. Then I'll buy my Xbox, and then I'll grab Titanfall while I'm waiting to buy Anthem.
So Lowlife we talk in the chat room said no crossplay for PS4 because Sony's a bunch of a-holes. Yes, but if you're also Sony, why do you want to give an advantage or reduce one of your advantages over Microsoft, which is the fact that if your friends play PlayStation, you're the dude with an Xbox. If you want to play with them, you're going to go buy a PlayStation versus wait for crossplay to come in. It's kind of genius from a marketing point in that regard, which is we're beating you 2-1 in console sales. Why the hell do we want to give up this advantage? Nintendo's motivated to do crossplay. Microsoft's motivated to do crossplay because it's going to help them try and bridge that gap.
Yeah, Sony's still winning. They don't need to do anything.
The last time I heard they were going into talks about it, though, it was like 2 weeks ago, though. So I don't know what came of that.
Yeah, I don't know. They keep going round and round, and Microsoft, it's very, very interesting how Microsoft has changed since Phil Spencer kind of took over leading the Xbox division, which is everything used to be very segmented off. It was their own little pieces. Now it's like, we want crossplay on everything if people want to do it. We're totally cool with it. We'll do it. Okay. Which is kind of cool. I would love to be able to play Rocket. I would love to be able to play something like Anthem on my Xbox with Willie on a PS4. That'd be great.
That would actually make me want to get Anthem.
Yeah. See? Low Life Otaku. Talks don't mean shit, just dangling the carrot in front of us. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
Oh. Sorry.
But
Go
I am
Overwatch.
slightly cynical, though. But I think that is going to wrap up our news of the week for this week. And looking at the time, it's been going for a little bit now. It's time for us to start wrapping things up. And how we wrap up the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast is a little bit called What I'm Into. It's our chance to share with you guys who are watching live or listening at a later date just what kind of geeky and nerdy things we've been getting into, so that maybe, just maybe, you'll be interested in them too. But that's actually not true, because I forgot we first have to promote the network, as I saw Willie shake his head at me. So, friendly reminder, we are in fact part of the Gonna Geek Network. There's 20 plus podcasts on the network that cover a variety of geeky topics, and each week we try to highlight one specific show. And Willie, what show are we talking about this week?
This week, we're talking about Undaunted. Episode Cody Goff. Cody Goff takes us on his pod journey from podcasting with a friend to meeting podcasters from down under to going pro. His positive attitude and ability to capitalize on a moment have brought him success and adventure. Back to you, Chris.
Why, thank you, Willie. So you can go check that out. This is one of the newest shows in the network over at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. And now we'll actually get into the What I'm Into bit that I described in detail like 4 minutes ago. And I'll ask, hey, Naki, what do you mean getting into?
We went and saw Distant Worlds, the 30th anniversary Final Fantasy Orchestra concert last night. It was super, super fun. The girl ahead of so my brother and I went to this like 3-4 years ago as well. And the girl ahead of us there couldn't even with her emotions and was like crying and screaming and just super obnoxious. And then last night we went at the and it was the same thing again, different girl, but just couldn't even and kept crying and yelling at the conductor. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, why? This is an auditory experience. You're killing me. Well, I was tempted to scream nerds at the beginning of the concert. Just be like, y'all are a bunch of nerds.
And I love it.
And then Naki remembered what she does every Sunday morning.
Oh, yeah. And then there was that. This upcoming week, I will be at Galaxy Comic and Fantasy Art Expo in Joliet. I will be interviewing Topper Helmers. And I'll probably be in and out of the panel room, like helping out there. I'll also have a table. I'll give away some bad Post-it note art and candy, probably. And then this past week, what have I done? I have just been me working really hard on Korean and, just working on some little side projects here and there. And boyfriend started playing Final Fantasy X for me because I've never actually played 10, which has resulted in my friend creating a party cat meme of it's time for Blitzball and me annoying the shit out of him with it and sending it to him.
So
regularly.
how do you feel about Final Fantasy X now?
Blitzball is the best.
Well, I he started playing it while I was sick. My voice still hasn't recovered, if you can't tell. But he started playing it while I was sick, and so I fell asleep because I was sick. And then he just started playing without me being around. So I have a good idea as to what is happening, but I haven't actually watched the whole thing.
Here's the thing: sin is bad.
I figured that much out. Titus is whiny.
Titus.
No, I'm going with Titus.
I always thought it was
It's
Titus.
Titus. It's Titus.
And then it's time for Blitzball, obviously.
No,
Yeah, it's-
literally, listen to the guys who created the game. It's Titus.
Is it okay?
It's time for
No,
Blitzball.
I don't. I mean, go for it, Dang. If you want to call it Titus, I don't give a shit. But yeah, Blitzball is awesome.
It's time for Blitzball.
I never actually played it myself. I just watched my college roommate play Final Fantasy X. We would hang out in the living room, and he would play Final Fantasy X. We would watch and have running commentary. Yes, there might have been some adult beverages involved as well, which made it even more entertaining.
My second favorite Final Fantasy game.
What's your favorite then, Willie?
Final Fantasy 9.
Wow, I was expecting a Final Fantasy VII drop here.
Oh, I had a question because so they did music from almost every one of them, but they did not do 11 and 12. Anybody have any reasoning for that?
I know 11 is an MMO, which I still don't
But
see.
it doesn't mean there's not music to it. Though.
Yeah, I don't understand. And 12,
I have no idea.
Maybe they just didn't think they were good enough to put into the things. They only had so much time to put into.
I mean, there was a lot of they did a lot from 6, 7, and 8. They did 2 from 10. They did a bunch from 13, 14, and 15. Which 15 I haven't played, but it kind of looks like emo Final Fantasy the game, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
Guy has the sideswept like emo haircut, and I was just like, man, emo Final Fantasy.
Yeah. I mean, the worst Final Fantasy you already said. The worst one ever.
Which
8.
one is it? I never played 8. I only played 7.
8 is not the
worst
worst one ever.
It is the worst one.
No,
the
it's
magic junctioning is the worst.
Once you
ever.
learn how to use the magic junctioning properly, it becomes much, much easier to win.
Here, let me spend an hour just drawing magic from the same person, from the same enemy that can't kill me, but I need its magic. Let me just keep doing that for an hour so I can get magic enough for everybody. Yeah, that's fun.
I had fun with Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh wait, and if I use the magic, it makes me less good. So why would I want to use magic then? But it's awesome to use magic. Nope, it's dumb. This is dumbest system ever.
Wow, tell us how you really feel, Willie.
Yeah.
Fuck Final Fantasy.
I was so.
Gunblades are better than Blitzball.
So
I will give you that,
So,
but not the game.
so they kept playing songs from 7 because 7's the big popular one, and so the last thing that they did was Ares' theme, and then they followed it up with Sephiroth's theme, and I was like, oh my god, are they gonna show her dying? And the last thing you see is like her ribbon like blowing away, and I was just like, aw, I wanted to see Sephiroth come up and stab her. Because I'm a terrible human being. Also because the girl ahead of me couldn't even.
You really hate that girl.
I do. It's an auditory experience, and she's going, oh my god! The entire time.
You should have just gone and slapped her in the face, like, shut your mouth. Really, I would have been entertaining to me. Why didn't you do that?
Because I didn't have anybody to film me doing it.
Damn it. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
So that's what I was into.
All right, so I'll go next. Mine is relatively easy. Yesterday, I went to the West Virginia football game. It was a lot of fun. I caught some sun, which is why I'm a little redder than normal. I also posted some entertaining pictures from the event, such as the dude 3 rows in front of me who just couldn't handle it anymore and went to sleep underneath his bench. You can go see that on my Instagram.
He couldn't even either, but it had to do with beer.
Yeah, well, the dude needs to learn to hold his beer, evidently. Also been playing Splatoon 2 a little bit on my Switch, not as much as I would like. And I've been playing a crap load of Madden, actually, because I found out in the franchise mode, you can set it up to basically just be one player in the franchise. So I basically built my own player, and I've played through a year and a half now and won a Super Bowl, which is kind of fun. It's enjoyable. So you don't have to worry about any like the front office stuff of set the budget, do the not recruiting rather, but sign free agents and stuff like that. You're just that player. And when your contract runs up, you negotiate your contract is my understanding. So that's pretty cool. There's also a story mode they put into Madden, believe it or not, like the long shot mode, which is you're basically a long shot draft prospect and you have to work your way up into potentially getting drafted. It was surprisingly fun. And then finally, working on my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. catch-up, I just finished the Ghost Rider arc, which is the first third of the season yesterday, and I've watched the first episode and a half of the next 2 episodes after that. So I think I'm around like episode 9 now, something like that, 9 or 10 on the season. It's been pretty good, actually. I probably should have been watching it live, but at the same time, I'm kind of enjoying my casual binge watch of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now, where I'll watch an episode or 2 a day and then watch nothing for a few days. But it's been pretty fun. I don't know if I'd like having to wait weeks at a time right now for some of these episodes. I probably wouldn't, actually. But that's what I've been getting into. Hey, Anthony, what you been getting into?
Finished my watch through of The Walking Dead Season 7. Which, yeah, that's, like you said, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's nice to sit down and watch the whole season all at one time. Seeing, a whole year of stuff go by and not have to wait on any type of, cliffhanger endings for episodes. So, yeah, that was nice. And then watching us lose more legends. This week we lost Harry Dean Stanton on Friday. One of the world's greatest actors. And he's been a character in everything. His legacy will carry on for Douglas movies. They do a game called Last Man Stanton, which is literally you name an actor and you name as many films as they were in as possible until somebody can't, and then they're out of the game. And he started that game with Harry Dean Stanton live on the show because Harry Dean Stanton now, as of this moment, has 199 IMDb actor credits. The dude has been working constantly for basically 60 years.
Damn.
What, Naki?
I said only.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those are the credited ones. Who knows how many other little things he's in? But I mean, yeah, like Cool Hand Luke, Kelly's Heroes, the original Red Dawn. Like, the dude has been in all sorts of amazing films. And then, I mean, yeah, just he's been constantly working. And even when he was on the Douglas Movies episode, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago when they started the Last Man Stanton game and Harry Dean was there. And he was goddamn hilarious as well. So, even getting up there in age, like, he was still out and about in public and doing appearances and stuff. And he was funny. He was damn funny. And then, of course, yeah, Alien. He was, one of the original engineers in one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time.
I think they actually started with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, but the game is now Last Man
Standing. I know
Yeah.
they called it that after a while. But
Well, yeah, because Seth Rogen has like 17 credits, and they're like, we need someone with a bigger list. It's like, oh yeah, Harry Dean has like almost 200 actor credits. But yeah, we lost him, and then the comics community took a big hit this week. We lost Len Wein. For those that don't know, he edited the Watchmen books for Alan Moore. He was a writer on a ton of different stuff, and writer and editor of the launch of the Giant Size X-Men, co-creator on Colossus, Nightcrawler, Storm, Swamp Thing, and he helped create Wolverine. This guy's influence in comics is going to be felt probably as long as Stan's is. Like, he created what has become the most popular character in comics for about 40 years running now. It's insane how much influence Len Wein has had on the industry. And, from all accounts, all the people talking about him, just one of the nicest guys ever to work with and for, and just, a sweet, sweet guy. And, he wasn't young, but he wasn't very old either. So the comic creators don't get health care with their job. There's nothing involved. They're all freelancers. So it used to be called Actor Commitment to Our Roots. I think it's now called the Hero Initiative. It's a good place to donate money if you want to show your love for the guys that influence the comics world, because they go and help take care of these mostly gentlemen as they're getting elderly and have trouble with like medical costs and stuff.
And there's actually a lot of comic creators, you'll see at like cons and stuff like that. They're like, I'll sign like the first 6 issues for free, and then anything after that's a suggested donation to the Hero Initiative, and they'll have like a jar or something on their table, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, Stan Lee did his Excelsior bands from the Hero Initiative. I bought 3 of these the year they came out, and all the money went to, at the time it was called Actor, now it's called the Hero Initiative. But yeah, so just heartbreaking to see Len Wein gone, because that guy's influence, like basically the X-Men are the X-Men we know because of him. Like Chris Claremont said that, and Chris Claremont wrote those giant size X-Men for a very long time. He said nobody really understands how influential Len Wein was, where basically the X-Men, like that was the biggest change of the X-Men since what Stan did originally. And so, all those characters we love and grew up with in the 80s and 90s, a good chunk of that is because of Len and his contributions to comics. And then I've been listening to some other podcasts. Started listening to Geeks Boutique, another geek podcast coming out of Kentucky. And I actually did every week they each pick a comic book that they're into, and they do like, share, and comment on their Facebook page, and if you win, they send you one of the comics. So I got Galacticon by Eric Powell, and it is freaking hilarious. It's the guy who does a Goon. So yeah, won their contest. Nice, funny podcast, and they cover a lot of other stuff too. A lot of cosplay stuff. They've done some interviews at cons there in Kentucky. They went and checked out some LARPing at a Renaissance fair, and they're all heavy into a lot of the miniatures and gamings, the Star Wars like X-Wing fighting game, whatever it's called.
X-Wing miniature game.
X-Wing miniature game. Yeah, so it's another good podcast to listen to. And then, trying to make myself go blind, working on finishing up more and more of these sketch covers. And Darth Vader is trying to ruin my eyes. This one's becoming a pain in the ass, but I'll be happy when they're all done. I got to get these things finished. That's it.
All right, and Willie, wrap it up for us. What are you getting into, sir?
Well, I told you earlier I sold the PS4. Sad day. But I did start watching a great show to continue my love of Max Landis, Dirk Gently, Holistic Detective.
Yay! That show's so good.
It is so good. I just finished. I pretty much watched it all in like 2 days.
We spread it out.
Season 2 starts the October 14th.
Yeah, but is it coming directly to Hulu, or do we have to wait like a year?
I don't.
It's going to air on BBC America, I think, first. And then I'm not sure when it comes to Hulu.
Don't have that.
Yeah.
We might have to buy the season pass on Amazon.
Or I'm actually okay with piracy then.
No. Just use the Google survey stuff and use your survey credit for it. That's how I'm going to buy The Big Sick when I want to watch it, because it's finally available to buy.
Nice.
Ooh, is it? I've been wanting to see that. I've been waiting for that.
$15 for the digital copy, or $17.99 for the Blu-ray with digital copy on Amazon, it said.
I might have enough digital goodness built up in my...
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I cannot believe Dirk Gently took so many twists and turns. I was like, wait, it's the what's going on? Wait, there's a what?
That show was so good.
Elijah Wood is awesome in it too.
Basically, he was just like, hey, Elijah, everything bad's going to happen to you. Enjoy. Bye.
Max is
I love you.
And I do also want to mention my favorite Harry Dean Stanton role was in Big Love, where he was the bad guy. Big Love was a good show.
I never saw Big Love.
I've heard it was a good show. I've never gotten around to watching it, but since I still have HBO, I might add it to my list at some point. But I'm behind on most of my HBO shows. I got 4 episodes of Ballers to watch still, guys.
I mean,
Where's Game of Thrones?
Get your Bill Paxton in.
I don't care about fantasy stuff, guys.
Dude, it's dragons and tits. How can you go wrong?
I don't care about fantasy stuff. I like space fantasies, not like medieval kind of fantasy crap.
You didn't like Lord of the Rings. So.
Lord of the Rings is boring. Even the trees fucking walk.
Yeah, there were no dragons or tits, and it was all walking. Yeah, the Lord of the Rings is...
Yeah, I didn't really care for Lord of the Rings either, but I do like Game of Thrones.
You just like boobies.
Yeah, dragons and tits.
I mean, there's more to it.
And incest.
There's not really... Wincest?
That's a different series.
But it was sad when I sold the PS4, but it was happy when I got the PS4 Pro.
I thought that might be the play he was going to make here. So
I was wondering.
So as a PS4 Pro owner now, what are the differences you've seen between how your old PS4 worked and how things are working now with the Pro?
I don't know. I can't look inside to see how all the GPUs...
Do you notice any gameplay difference, or does anything load faster? Is the graphics better? Come on.
It does load a lot faster.
Is it the Call of Duty PS4 Pro?
Call of Duty.
They didn't have one. They only had the Destiny 2 one. That's white.
I don't know because you had the Call of Duty PlayStation 4, so I wondered.
Yeah, I
if you
used to have that one. I love that one too. I only had it for like a month and a half.
So you didn't go with the teabagging version of the PS4 Pro?
They don't have that version. Is what I'm trying to
They
tell you.
don't. So does the PS4 Pro work better with your VR stuff now?
I haven't tried that yet, which I've been meaning to, which I might just do after this. But so I can't really attest to that, but I'm sure it will.
Did you buy new or did you buy pre-owned?
New.
New? Very nice.
Yeah, I sold
Wow.
the PS4 to a buddy of mine so he can have a PS4 and play along with me.
Oh, there you go. So that
Overwatch
works
as
out.
well.
You got a new Overwatch pal then.
I hope so. He already has it for the X-Bone.
Oh, he's an X-boner.
Join the X-Bone Club.
I don't know if I want to call him that, but sure.
Willie, you should just get yourself an Xbox One X and join us on the Xbox side of things.
I mean, I would, but no, because I want to play Spider-Man when it comes out.
That's the only reason I want a PS4, I'll be honest, is that Spider-Man game.
I think it's going to be worth it.
And I'm not
Yeah,
buying.
Chris
I'm not buying a console for one game. I already did that, and it's called Zelda and the Switch.
I did that back when the Wii was a thing, and I bought it for Epic Mickey, and then was so disappointed.
Oh yeah, I remember that actually.
Wait, Epic Mickey was only it was a Wii
It was
exclusive.
a Wii
Or was it Epic
exclusive.
Mickey 2? I can't remember which.
Epic Mickey was the exclusive for Wii, and then they released it Epic Mickey 2 for all the consoles, and
made
you
no
could get
sense.
Epic Mickey 1 for free with that.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, God damn it.
Well,
But
Willie-
Epic Mickey 1 was so disappointing. Anyways.
Willie, we'll have to check in with you next week to see what your ongoing impressions of the PS4 are. I'm especially curious how well the VR works.
I can tell you because it was weird because just earlier this week apparently Last of Us got an update where it has Pro additions to it.
Right, that
And-
does like 4K visuals and stuff for it then, or?
I forget what they have a certain term for it. I forget what it said in there. That has it. Horizon Zero Dawn also has it. But I don't have a 4K TV.
That's what I was gonna ask, 'cause
future-proofing.
if you don't have a 4K TV, then do you really see the difference visually?
You can actually when it does have that option, it also gives it so you have the better visuals or a locked-in 60 frames a second frame rate. Whereas, so it's locked in the frame rate.
They're doing similar with the Xbox One X when it comes. It's going to do like smart allocation stuff. So if you have an Xbox One X but not a 4K screen, it won't download all the 4K visuals, but it'll download the stuff that'll allow them to render at 60 frames per second, yada, yada, yada. So they're both Sony and Microsoft are getting smarter about how they're giving this stuff out because some of the things are ridiculous. Like Forza 7, it's 45 gigs on disc and then a 50 gig download after that to get all the visuals and all the extra vehicles and stuff. So Forza 7 is a terabyte of space, is 100 gigs of space almost.
Jesus.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold the phone here. So you buy the disc,
yes,
and then it adds a 50 gigabyte download.
That's what I was seeing reported in the Xbox One Reddit threads, is that it looks like there's going to be a 50 gig download for Forza if you download all of the extra visuals, all of the extra content, things like that. So, yeah.
Whoa, okay. I thought you meant you buy your disc, you put it in, and then you also have to download this. I thought that's what you were trying to say.
Well, there's still going to be additional
Okay.
downloads required when you buy it, from what I could understand.
course.
But
You
remember,
don't have to get all of them.
Remember, it's Forza, though, too. That game is so ridiculously overblown visually and DLC-wise. There's a crap load of content for all the Forza games. Ironically, I hate racing, so I'll never experience it for myself.
There's only one reason I would actually play Forza, because I hate sim racers. I hate sim racers with a passion. Give me arcadey shit all day
Oh,
long.
hell yeah. Cruising USA, man.
But there is that Hot Wheels DLC, though,
Okay,
for
that's
it.
pretty slick.
Look fucking awesome. I'm
was-
going to give it that.
There was also one for Forza where you could get the Warthog from Halo as a drivable vehicle, too, which was kind of cool.
Oh, but does it drive just as shitty in that game?
Probably.
Almost as bad as the Mako from
Oh,
fucking
God, the Mako was so bad.
was it Mass Effect
Mass
1?
Effect 1. Although the Nomad they had in Mass Effect Andromeda was not shitty, so they at least fixed it for Mass Effect Andromeda, and then they killed the franchise. But hey, that's neither here nor there. I'll let my bitterness go one day.
But I did play for the first time. I don't know why it took me so goddamn long, even though I had it for the PS3. And I had it for the PS4 for the longest time. The Left Behind DLC for Last of Us.
Oh,
where you get to
sweet.
see a little bit of the past for Ellie. And you do find out she is she did love. I guess she is a lesbian. I guess, or at least bi. I don't know. But she at least loved the other girl. You do find that out.
Fair enough. So
and I'm okay with spoiling that because it's been 3 fucking years.
Yeah, exactly. So I really do look forward to hearing some of your initial impressions, or ongoing impressions rather, of the PS4 Pro as we go on. And hey, I'll do the same thing when I get my Xbox One X one day.
Still a stupid ass name.
I don't care. It's going to play games and work well, so that's really all I needed to do.
I'm not saying a PS4 Pro is, well, it's a little bit better, but it's not better by much.
Yeah, both the naming conventions are garbage for the Pro variants of the consoles. Let's put it that way. But
I still say it's better than X.
Looking at the time, guys, it is time for us to start wrapping things up. A friendly reminder as we wrap up that we do stream live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, over on geeks.live. You can head on over to that page. The Twitch video is embedded there, our chat room, plus links to all of the other sites that we also stream on, because we simulcast this across 5 other sites at the same time. So we're trying to be everywhere on the internet so you can consume us wherever you may be. There's also a ton of live content that streams on geeks.live. You can go there and you can see a calendar that shows when all the live shows are. If you are watching us live as we record this on Sunday, September 17th, hang around for a half hour. Episode 201, I believe, of Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. is up right after us. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have the Starling Tribune. And then I think, no PopXcast this week. They'll be back next week. But lots of stuff coming up this Sunday, so please feel free to hang around. You guys have any final thoughts for us as we wrap things up?
What are you guys covering on Starling Tribune right now that Arrow's not live?
We just wrapped Legends of Tomorrow, the last season, and I believe that tonight is either the Arrow prediction episode or the Legends of Tomorrow prediction episode. I don't recall which one it is.
Cool.
And then that all starts up in like 3 weeks again, so we're almost back with the DC superhero shows.
Yay!
I have 2 final thoughts.
2 final thoughts.
You work out how that works out in your head. 1, if you're part of the PC master race, you're a fucking Nazi. And 2, thank you, Little Avataku. The hole is the goal.
The views of Willie do not express the views of All Things Good and Nerdy or the Gonna Geek Network.
You goddamn right they don't.
Naki, you
They're
got any
his
final thoughts
own
for
bullshit.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna leave this at Willie's.
Thank you, Naki.
Think I'm good for the rest of my life. Okay,
So
bye.
what I'm hearing here is play it off.
Play it off.
Play
Play
it
us
off.
off, Chris.
We're going to play us off. So thank you, everyone who did tune in live. Don't forget to come back next week for the next episode of the show. And hey, we'll see you then. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek Radio app, and over at our network home at gonnageek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@gonnageek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at incompetech.com.